In a heart-pounding twist that could reshape the Las Vegas Raiders' playoff dreams, veteran quarterback Geno Smith finds himself on the sidelines with nagging injuries, setting the stage for a potential blockbuster change at the helm. But here's where it gets controversial. Is this the nudge the team needs to embrace fresh talent, or just a temporary setback for a seasoned leader? Stick around as we dive into the details of this NFL drama unfolding in Henderson, Nevada, and uncover the factors that might just decide the Raiders' fate against their rivals. Reporting for ESPN, Ryan McFadden brings his expert insights as the Las Vegas Raiders correspondent for NFL Nation. Before joining ESPN, McFadden honed his skills covering the Denver Broncos for the Denver Post and even delved into the Baltimore Ravens and University of Maryland athletics for the Baltimore Sun. His deep-rooted experience in the NFL scene ensures we're getting the straight scoop on this evolving story. Picture this: for 2 days in a row on Thursday, Geno Smith, the Raiders quarterback, stayed out of practice because of injuries to his right shoulder and back. Reliable sources, including ESPN's Adam Schefter, indicate that Kenny Pickett is poised to step in as the starter this Sunday when the Raiders face off against the Philadelphia Eagles, the very team Pickett once called home. To put it simply, if you're new to football, starting means being the primary player in that key position, like the captain of the ship directing the offense. Raiders head coach Pete Carroll has been ramping up Pickett's involvement, giving him the first-team repetitions in practice. This means Pickett is getting the prime opportunities to lead the offense during drills, a clear sign that the coaching staff sees him as Smith's direct replacement. Meanwhile, Aidan O'Connell, who has been serving as the team's emergency third quarterback, would slide into the backup role for the game in Philadelphia. It's like a quarterback hierarchy shift, where the depth chart gets shuffled to ensure the team has strong options ready to go. On Wednesday, Carroll kept things vague about the severity of Smith's injuries, describing the 35-year-old quarterback as day-to-day. This NFL lingo basically means we're taking it one day at a time. Smith could be back soon, or it might linger. Despite Smith's ups and downs on the field this season, Carroll emphasized that health would be the top consideration in deciding whether he returns to the starting lineup. As he put it, as a competitor, Smith wants to get back out there as soon as he possibly can. And he will. To give some context for beginners, NFL quarterbacks are the masterminds of the team's plays, throwing passes and making quick decisions under pressure. Smith's inconsistent performance has raised eyebrows among fans, but Carroll's focus on health highlights how injuries can force tough choices in a high-stakes league like the NFL. And this is the part most people miss. Smith's shoulder injury cropped up during the third quarter of the Raiders' 24-17 defeat to the Denver Broncos last weekend, complete with a cut on his right hand. The injury was serious enough to send him straight to the locker room at the quarter's end, paving the way for Pickett to take over the entire fourth quarter. Pickett delivered a solid performance, completing 8 out of 11 passes for 97 yards and even adding a touchdown, showing he can step up when the opportunity arises, much like a backup actor shining in a lead role. The Raiders brought Pickett on board from the Cleveland Browns back in August, right after O'Connell was sidelined with a right wrist injury and placed on injured reserve, a status where players recover from issues before potentially returning. Pickett's journey in the NFL is noteworthy. Selected in the first round by the Pittsburgh Steelers in 2022, he spent his initial 2 seasons building experience there before a trade landed him with the Eagles in March 2024. His track record as a starter stands at 15 wins and 10 losses, and this upcoming matchup would mark his second start in the last 2 seasons. Last year, in Week 17, he guided the Eagles to victory against the Dallas Cowboys with 10 completions out of 15 attempts, racking up 143 yards and a touchdown. Now, for the intriguing angle that's sure to spark debate. With Smith's uneven season putting some underperforming stats on display, is it time for the Raiders to consider benching him for good, even if he recovers? Or does his veteran presence and competitive spirit make him irreplaceable? Some might argue that young guns like Pickett represent the future of the franchise, potentially injecting more dynamism into the offense. Others could counter that loyalty to a proven player like Smith is key in the unpredictable world of professional sports. What do you think? Should the Raiders stick with experience or gamble on youth? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Would love to hear your take and see if it aligns with the coaching decisions ahead.